Welcome to the Canadian Coach. I'm Heather E. Wilson, your host on today's episode. And I actually have something very exciting to share with you today. We are going to talk about the origin story of the Canadian Coach. Yes, I'm going to share the actual story of how we all began. So make sure you're comfy, grab your double, and wouldn't hurt to have some root socks on to keep your toes warm too. So if you're ready, let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a Canadian coach. She'd been a professional coach for many years, helping hundreds of people all over the world. She loved seeing the joy in her clients' face when they not only met, but surpassed their goals. And she traveled all over the world, hosting retreats and speaking on stages, sharing her wisdom and knowledge with those who were ready to up-level their coaching business. While she was very successful and had clients and colleagues all over the world, she longed to connect with coaches in her own country. She was very proud of her Canadian heritage, and she knew there were many talented and amazing coaches right here in Canada. But where were they? Where did they hang out? She craved connection on a deeper level with coaches right in her own backyard. So she decided to go on a quest. She searched high and low. She searched Facebook, Google, Instagram, and LinkedIn. She even asked in person, she looked and asked everyone she met, where do the coaches in Canada hang out? Where are they? But everyone she met looked at her with a blank stare. They had no idea where the coaches in Canada hung out. She did meet many wonderful individual Canadian coaches. And after speaking with them, she grew more and more saddened and perplexed. You see, just about every coach she met shared with her that they felt isolated and alone. And they really wanted a community of Canadian coaches too. They had no idea that they could get coach training and attend professional development and live events right here in Canada. Most even thought they needed to spend tens of thousands of dollars in other currencies to get the support and training that they needed. And to top it off, after spending all that money, the programs from other countries didn't even address their needs as a Canadian professional coach. Yeah. If only there was a community of Canadian coaches, a special place where they could gather to share their expertise with each other, support and mentor each other, hang out, and ultimately let the world know that coaches in Canada are some of the best in the world. And so the Canadian coach went home with an idea, a big, wild, crazy idea. An idea so huge that it boggled her mind that no one had ever thought of it before. The idea excited her and scared her just a little bit too. This is what she was meant to do. She'd create a community. She'd create a home for all professional coaches in Canada, a safe place where they could come and gather and share and support each other and ask questions and mentor each other and have friends and maybe even find some clients. She felt like if she could just open her arms wide enough, she'd gather in all the Canadian coaches across the country and give them a big, massive hug. And that's exactly what she did. She created a community focused on uniting, supporting, and promoting Canadian coaches. A place where they could create deep connections and relationships with other coaches across the country. They could build their business. They could go and ask questions and get support. And in return, they could also mentor and support other coaches. A place where clients could go and easily find them. A place right here in Canada created by Canadian coaches for Canadian coaches, just like you. She started small, just a Facebook group, but it soon became apparent that much more was needed. Coaches in Canada were crying out for more support and more connection. And so the Canadian coach community was born. More than a website, more than a directory or even a membership site, the Canadian coach was the one and only one-stop shop for the Canadian coach, no matter their level of expertise or business success. There were so many benefits for belonging that it blew everyone's mind. The list was massive. Some coaches came simply to connect with other coaches and attend a monthly group call. Some coaches came to share their wisdom and programs and trainings and increase their visibility. Some coaches came to be listed in the directory and to build their businesses. And some coaches even came for the amazing corporate discounts. But the great thing was, all coaches and all members received all the perks. And the list of benefits continued to grow and grow. It started as a trickle and turned into a river and then an ocean of coaches lining up to join. They came in droves, even bringing their friends. This is what they'd been waiting for. This was what had been missing from their life and their coaching business all along. The membership grew and grew, and soon it became known that if you were in Coaching Canada, you needed to belong. The Canadian coach and coaching industry in Canada became known around the world for its integrity and excellence. Now, there is no end to this story. This is only the beginning. The Canadian coach is poised to become the biggest thing in the coaching industry in Canada to date. The sole purpose is to unite, support, and promote you, the Canadian coach. And now it's time to join. Don't wait. You can join now and get in on the ground floor. You could be part of something much bigger than yourself and help it grow. Becoming a member is super easy. All you have to do is click the link below and register. How easy is that? Don't be left behind. Click the link, join now. And that, my friends, is today's episode. Join us next time when we hit the road and talk to real live coaches across Canada. It's going to be a blast. Like this video, hit subscribe, and you'll be the first to know when a new video comes out. Remember, the world needs more Canadian coaches.